Hey tubers! Welcome back for another adventure, and I really feel as if the Horde is back in business. The mega deals are great. So I traveled out to Deer Park, New York and picked up 2 truckloads of vintage Honda stuff. It was quite the little adventure into the outback, and as I've showed you in the B-roll that kind of ran by you, I've picked up quite the assortment of stuff. This was all a Facebook deal, and I'm going to kind of let you guys take a guess at what I paid for it. At the end of the video, I'll tell you. So with the first load, I brought home this guy. It is a TRX 200 that somebody put a lot of love and attention into. I mean, they got the fenders, looks like part blaster there. This looks like the back rack off of something, maybe, I don't know. It matches that rack exactly, so they're the same. I'm told it ran fine. There was no issue until they replaced the key switch. After replacing the key switch, it was quite dead. So that's the story on this guy. I don't know, what are these fenders off of? Kawasaki Lakota maybe? I don't know. So that's the first part of the deal. So I'm not sure if this is a 200E or a 200M. This is just a frame. It does roll. It does have front forks on it. It does have that murdered out paint job. So that's a frame. And then we have this ATC 125. It kind of got thrown in. I don't mean to be hating on these, but y'all know that not quite my favorite machine. I'm told on this guy, the motor was bought off of eBay for 250 bucks. And he discovered that it was missing a few parts inside. So he went to his Horde and replaced those parts. And now, if you get it started, if you put it in gear, it's a direct drive. It doesn't appear to have any kind of functioning clutch. So that's the story on this guy. So next comes the engines. I believe that's a 200E engine, right? Sprocket drive, probably high-low. So electric start. So 200E. Then comes this 200 ES engine. I'm told they were both, you were able to turn them both over, but they both at this point appear to be seized. Not a good thing, not a good thing at all. They were in a shed that was leaky. He thought that they might just be a little bit weather seized, but we'll see. Then came baskets of parts. I'm going to bring these inside and actually lay them out a little bit. But there's like a lot of good stuff in here. Stuff like this is kind of hard to find. You know, the bore, unfortunately, it got rusty inside. I don't think it's coming back. There's another bore. There's a few heads. I got like a bunch of front axles, or front hubs. Let's go, yeah, front hubs. Let's go with that. There's a few others. There's another. You guys can see this huge basket of parts. He seems like he borrowed the bearings out of a bunch of these. Handlebars, some air cleaners. So got this huge hoard of parts. There's an air cleaner and headlight from the unload. Then comes the plastic fenders, whatever you want to call them. They're not in the greatest of condition, right? You can see weather checking, you can see cracks. So they're a little bit of a mess. But you know, things like this, right, kind of hard to find. So it's not bad to put one's hands on those. What I love about this is now I get to go through all these parts and see what I find and all. I mean, silly little things. This handle, right? Not this piece, it's broken, but the handle. These are tough to get nowadays. So, and I like this kind because it clamps on, right? You don't have to take the hand grip off and put it on and then so forth, right? I like the two-piece models. So the throttle, handy to find. This guy with its Partridge Family school bus color theme, I just gotta love it, right? You got your purples and your greens. He even got some red underneath. It's just amazing. I'm told this battery, brand new, eBay, all that kind of wonderful stuff. But I found the ignition on, which is not a good thing. So that probably killed it. The other thing is with these gel cells, it seems that if you let them go dead and let them sit dead for any period of time, and by period of time, I mean anywhere between a few days and a month, they don't seem to come back. So though he tells me there's a brand new battery, I'm not thinking we're going to have a lot of love there. The wire harness, see looking down there, right? You guys could see the wire harness is boogered up from A to Z. Throttle still moves. I wonder if the gas tank holds gas or if it just dumps everything on the ground. You guys gotta admit, that's like a pug or a bulldog, and I'm not like slamming on them. I like dogs, but they're so ugly it works its way back to cute. It doesn't look like I got a matched tire in the entire lot. Oh, those fronts are matched, but they're completely trashed. So, what did I pay for all this? I paid 5 hours worth of driving, and I paid $300. I'm also paying a little bit because my back is killing me. I had to load these two by myself. Much easier to load up a four-wheeler, even if I was doing all the pushing, so to speak, to get it up the ramps, if you have somebody to kind of hold it back. These three-wheelers were just a pain in the neck. Put that one on first, rolled it up the ramps, put it on first. Once the back was up, I got the ramps out of the way, picked up the front and pushed it in. This was nothing but a pain in the neck to roll up. First of all, the tires are flat. Second of all, they're different sizes, so it wanted to do weird things with the ramps. I ended up basically kind of getting the front on there and getting one of the tires on the tailgate, and then I just kind of went Incredible Hulk and pushed it right on. I gotta tell you, I'm beginning to feel bad for this poor Toyota. It really works itself out there for a living. It was also tough because it was icier and slipperier than it is here. So here I am ice skating around as I'm trying to load this stuff. Many of you have recommended putting a winch in the truck. I'm not quite sure what I'd hook it to. This bed's made out of plastic, right? The front of it's all made out of plastic. I'm not sure there's anything solid to lift it to, but I guess it might be about getting to the point where I better give up lifting the stuff before I break something important. By the way, I do have the seat for it. And it looks as bad as the rest of this thing, right? There's no cutting any corners with that. It's just plain ugly. Anyhow, for 300 bucks, I got more or less a complete TRX 200, more or less a complete 125, and the seat on that, I got the seat with that too, but it looks all as bad. Yeah, you could see it kind of lying there. You could see it looks all as bad as the rest of it does. So I got more or less 2 complete bikes. I got this frame. The rear end seems good as I rolled it up and in, and you guys know that's kind of hard to put your hot little hands on. The front forks seem okay. I really didn't bounce on them too much, but they seem as if the shock absorbers are alive. And you guys know for the 200ES, 200M, and 200E, all these heavyweights, the front suspension is typically destroyed. So having a decent set of forks are not bad, right? I got the trailer hitch here. So there's that stuff. I got these 2 motors. It looks like he borrowed stuff from beneath this. That's a shame. You guys know, like, the advancer that goes on here is valuable. At least they left a little pin, but you know the advancer is expensive and valuable. Out of these 2 engines, hopefully there's a head and so forth. There's an old timer. You can see the compression release, intake manifold, right? You have an ignition system under there. The wires are sticking out. Ignition system under there. Then I got these baskets of stuff. That's a good, you bring those into the garage and you just spend some time looking at them. Yeah, I mean, we got the assortment pack. Like, this doesn't go into that. Hopefully the wind isn't messing with anything. I got a can here. I mean, what does it go to? I won't know until I clean it up. It's rusty, but it doesn't seem to be worn. So I gotta just go through all this to see what kind of deal I got. Hopefully, these starters aren't trash. They both seem to be locked up. They're probably trash. I mean, this is worth a few bucks. You know, you just kind of go through. I don't know what I'm gonna find in these. I might find gold. I might find all junk, right? The bulb's probably shot, but even just a plastic thing, they're kind of hard to get. Anyway, I want to get these in the house. It's supposed to get crazy cold tonight, and then we're supposed to have some weather blowing for Sunday. There's a debate on how interesting that's going to be. Right, I got the exhaust system there, though the ends are boogered up. This is for a rifle, right? I guess the guy was a deer hunter. Anyway, we'll see. Once again, I gotta go through it. Maybe I'll, you know, depending on what I find with all this, maybe I'll do another video on just the parts, what good came of this mess, right? Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really feel as if after you make the first deal, the horde is back. As a matter of fact, I have something cooking, another deal cooking, so, you know, can't keep a good man down, and can't keep Harvey down either. Anyway, I really want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Go buy a horde of parts. This is a horde. Bye now.